Hey y'all, so welcome back. So as you can see, we are doing another hair review. All right, so the company DyHair777 sent me this unit right here. First, I want to say I love this bag. I feel like the hair companies are getting really innovative with their packaging. Like, this is so cute. All right. So like I said, they sent me a unit to review for you guys. So they sent me a 22-inch Peruvian Invisible 360 cap. I know that's a lot to say, but you guys, I have reviewed a unit similar to this from a different company. And when they reached out to me, I was like, yep, let's do it. So like I said, we have inside of the bag the Peruvian unit. I'm gonna pull it out so you all can see everything that came with it. So this right here is the unit itself, and then inside of the bag they gave me a melt band, which is a plus. I always love a melt band, as well as their contact card, and it's giving hair care on the back of it. All right, so y'all, let's look at this unit. Okay, so I'm gonna open it and pull it out. And this is in the texture Deep Wave. Y'all know I love me a texture wig, and Deep Wave is one of my favorites. So yes, let me get the netting off and everything to show you all. Okay. And this is the hair bag, of course, for storage. But you guys, look at this texture. It is very pretty. It's very soft. And I have a lot of deep wave wigs, but I don't think I have one in this texture, because this texture seems a little tight, but also wavy. So I am really excited to have this unit. Okay. Now, as you all can see, all right, they got their little tag inserted into the unit as well. That's dope. Never had a unit with that, especially human hair. But I'm going to show you guys how the cap is constructed. As you all can see, it is a 360 lace. It has lace going around the front as well as the perimeter. And then it has that adjustable band in it, so that if you want to make it glueless, then you can. And then of course it hooks to the opposite side right here. If it comes out, you just slide it back in and it hooks. All right, it also has combs for you all, and it's a comb right here. And no, you cannot detach the combs, so if you are not a fan of combs, then you can just cut those out by all means. Okay, now the star of this unit is the drawstrings. All right, as you all can see, it has clear drawstrings on the side, and what this unit is supposed to do, it allows you to pull the unit up into a ponytail if that's the style that you want to go, or a bun, without the back really being exposed. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and grab my lace tint, because this unit is already pre-plucked and is pre-bleached, and you all can see it is plucked really well. So I am going to grab my lace tint and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so I'm back and I have my lace tint. If you want to use makeup, you can do that as well, but I'm just going to tint the lace so that it's closer to my skin tone. And as you guys can see, I do have on my stocking cap. So we're just going to get that sprayed all the way around. And then I'm going to let it dry for about 5 minutes before we get to installing it some more. While the tint dry real quick, I want to show you guys something with the drawstring, because when I received my first drawstring unit from a different company, I didn't realize that the drawstring, I think I was pulling it the wrong way. So if you look really close, the drawstring has 2 pieces, okay? It has a top, and then it has a bottom. I'm gonna just kind of separate it for you guys. Okay, so, well, let me do the other side, because the other side I feel like it's easier. So as you guys can see, I separated the drawstring, right? And what it's supposed to do, when you're pulling it, you're cinching the back so that, like I said, the back will kind of like suck to your head, kind of. So when you're pulling it up, the back part will look more realistic. But as you guys can see, I separated it, and as you pull it, it cinches it. So you see how it's cinched. But I wanted to point that out really quick while it's drying, because I think, like I said, with my last unit, I really didn't discover that until after I had wore the unit and filmed the video for a couple of days. So yeah. Okay, so I have my lace melt. So I'm just going to spray that across the front of my forehead. I'm going to do about 3 sessions. And as that dries, then I'm going to start cutting the lace off the wig. And like I said, I'm going to do that about 3 times just to get it nice and tacky so that the lace will stick. And like I said, I'm only doing it across the forehead because if I decide to pull it up, then we have those drawstrings that will aid in making sure that it sticks. So yeah, we're going to let that get tacky. And then I am going to start cutting my lace. And when you cut the lace, you want to make sure that you're not cutting into the hairline. So I'm just going to make a slit up the middle, just like that. And then I'm just going to go and I'm going to cut right in front of the hairline. And since this is kind of pre-plucked, I'm going to follow the gas of it. So it's like I'm kind of cutting in like a jagged motion, kind of, because I'm following the way that the hairline is constructed. And when you get to the back part, please be cautious not to cut your drawstrings, okay? So if you see really close, it's drawstrings. We're going to cut right above it. So I went on ahead and after cutting the lace, I start putting the unit on. So this is how it's looking. I'm just gonna let that continue to set, and then I'm gonna do this side right here. The front part is already set, and then I'm gonna put the melt band on it to help aid in it. But as you guys can see, you see how that hairline is, that pre-pluck is decent. And no, this unit doesn't come with baby hairs, so if you want baby hairs, then you'll have to make some. But yeah, but that is what I am going to do. I'm going to continue tacking it down, and then like I said, I'm gonna put the melt band on. It has been drying. Y'all just been kind of just running my fingers through the hair, and as you all can see, this is some big textured hair. All right, and I am in love with it. And like I said, I have plenty of deep wave units, but nothing of this caliber. All right, so the melt should be dry. Okay, and that is how it looks. Really, really pretty. Okay, so I think because of the volume of the hair, I think I'm just gonna wear the hair down. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily wear it up in a ponytail, but as you all can see, it is giving scalp. Okay, Now, I did cinch it when I was putting it on because I wanted to make sure that it was secure. So I did cinch my drawstrings. But if you all want to put it up, you definitely can. And I have this jaw clip right here. Of course, it'll be neater, but you just want to make sure when you do it that you tuck your drawstrings on the side. Just want to make sure that those are tucked. But yeah, but like I said, I'm going to wear her down. So yeah, I'm just going to do kind of like a deep sad part. Okay, y'all, so I am done, and this is what I've done to the unit. So I wet it down just a little bit, and I used some moisturizer on it, some Carefree Curl Moisturizer, just to reinforce the curls, because like I said, it was big, but I wasn't in that mood today. Plus, with wavy hair, it gets a little dry, and it was the ends, as you guys can see, was a little dry. So I wanted to add some moisture to it. So this is what I came up with. Nothing too big. I was going to do a side part, but I just did a flip over. Yep. And then I just added just a little baby hair to the unit. But I am in love, love, love with it. I love the versatility of when I am tired of wearing it down, that I can pull it up into a ponytail and all of that. So ladies, if you are feeling this, then definitely reach out to them and get you one. All right. I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.